Hello everyone, welcome back to the video. We are playing Disco Elysium. Now I have a feeling that...
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
From here to the wiring, I can't see how.
Okay, so maybe I can...
An old door, worn by elements. You rattle the handle a bit, then push.
We don't get in there. Frankly, you're just going to...
No. We've gotten into every door thus far. That's what we do. We open doors. We're cop.
Yeah, I understand you. I like opening doors as much as the next guy. Relax. No one's hiding in there.
At least you can think about opening it. About doors in general. An old door, worn by elements.
Hello. Isn't this a fine morning? No, I'm afraid I can't help.
So you haven't...
No, I'm sorry.
There's something friendly and familiar in how he says that. He's telling the truth. He hasn't seen any.
Sure. What's on your mind? Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the...
A pleasure wheel?
Perhaps reminded of a childhood memory. It's clear he...
Yes. To lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before it felt arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global... But of course, what else?
If we don't find anything, I'll try to load back up that save, and then I'll see if I can...
Always my pleasure to be of assistance.
The scruffy-haired little boy.
What bad?
I don't think questioning 4-year-olds with a...
Then we're definitely doing it. This one,
Lily's our mum.
the stone kicker. The other one laughs. Wow, so intellectually stimulating.
Yes. Yes.
The stone kicking.
He looks just like me.
The boy doesn't answer. The rock kicker was just being shy.
You're bad with kids. Maybe I am. Now, how about some actual police work?
stupid.
Just a second ago, it looks like he's sad. There's no system.
You're stupid.
The secrets of understanding the tongues of children have been lost to you. The stone,
He looks just
the boy, the rock kicker was.
You're bad with kids. You're right there. Let's see if we can find some police work, shall we? We're not getting anything here.
I don't know if kids are stupid. It's just, you know, they don't really have the skills.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope. What more do you want to know about that poor girl? I cleaned it. No,
The truth, sire.
she's good
This room,
Did she talk to you?
No, she was. She tried not to.
she wanted to talk to her.
Yes, let's hear me. Now it's your turn, Mr. These things happen occasionally.
She makes it sound like losing one's name was a... Arno van Eyck. Okay, so Egghead is clearly not Van Eyck in disguise. Van Eyck is an Oranese disc jockey, but those people get around, especially in Revachol, in the clubs on Boogie Street. Perhaps he stayed here for a short stint and discarded part of the song he was working on. Just threw it away. And then it ended up...
Good morning! Yeah! Harder! J'adore! God is close by, but maybe he doesn't have good enough ears. Let me turn it. Yeah! Too hardcore. It sucks up. Oh! Can't escape the sound. There's nothing wrong with it. Sometimes I just feel like anodic isn't something. It's like it's.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right.
Yeah!
Yes, what is it? What? No.
She has not seen her, sire.
Yo, man. What's on your mind? Suspicious people are esoteric people. It took us setting out for this whole enterprise to get us... It's short for paranoid. A reasonable question. Say I get hurt. I want to make sure it never happens again. So I analyse the situation. Good call. Not exposing you.
I still find it funny we managed to change that teenager's life by just talking about like a...
Yes?
Let's get we'll get one of those books and pass the time. I think if we read, we'll pass the time a little bit.
Shelves.
Of course.
Of course.
In your hand, you hold Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity. The cover features a pastiche of different scenes. In the foreground, a man in a dark overcoat. The tagline reads, Detective Dick Mullen must prove his innocence after an old... Needless to say, it violates nearly every RCM regulation.
Are you really reading that, Detective? Good luck finding it. He's not much of a character, I think you'll find.
The point is for the reader to feel like they're solving the crime, along with... The story opens with a knock at the door. Detective Dick Mullen is Greek. Spillane needs Mullen to drive him in from Vespa to a small town along the Insulindium coast. Despite his friend's apparent an extremely unprofessional and hurtful stereotype that's offensive to all upstanding officers. 2 days later, Mullen is arrested by the Vespa police and charged with the murder of Charlie Spillane. At his interrogation, Mullen learned, desperate to clear his name, Mullen manages to convince the Vespa police to...
What's the matter, Detective?
The lieutenant shrugs, resigned to the idea that his profession will really... They're not shitting you, Detective. This is what the writers think. Of course, Mullen didn't do it. That's the whole premise of the book. Anyway, Mullen returns to the seaside bar where Spillane was murdered and meets a beautiful... Deneuve reveals that she was Spillane's lover and that he was mixed up with a local... Not only is the local police captain in on the amphetamine ring, so is the son of a powerful politician and a strung-out art collector named Torvald. Each of... Outwardly, the old police captain is a real law and order crypto-fascist, a barrel-chested man who's beaten his share of suspects to pulp. But he would certainly have the motive and the means. But the captain walks with a noticeable limp from an old war injury, a typical privileged twat. In all likelihood, he's just in over his head. He does bear a personal grudge against Spillane. The kid doesn't exactly have Dick Mullen's manly build, but he is the correct height. And while interrogating him at his home, Mullen did notice a certain... Torvald, the art collector, is a strung-out mess. Frankly, it's hard. That said, Torvald and Spillane have a long history, and while interrogating him, Mullen... One evening, Deanna Deneuve comes to Mullen's hostel room in tears. Yes, comfort and pleasure. Well, that testimony won't be admissible any longer. The man's a prosecutor's nightmare. Solving a murder counts for nothing if all the evidence... That's just Dick Mullen's modus operandi. As the two lovers share a post-coital cigarette, whatever it is, Mullen never hears the words. A blow to the base of his skull, not when Mullen comes to. Deneuve is dead on the hostel. Mullen trashes his blood-stained clothes and flees the hostel, fleeing a crime scene, destroying evidence. If Dick Mullen won't be sent to the clink for the sake of some... The heat is on. If Dick Mullen can't solve... Can you solve the case? What is it, Detective? It's a dangerous line of work, but somebody has to do it. That's why there was never a time when he wasn't a detective. He was born it. For a moment, you cease to read the story on the page and see the book. You won't find the answers you're looking for here. In other words, is it really so evil, Detective? Like what? Do you even have those? Just make sure you don't lose him. You'll not find another like him. It's true in more. But then, what does this book know? It's just a poorly... So, who did it, Detective? Who killed Charlie Spillane and Deanna Deneuve? Could be. Who knows? You begin furiously flipping through. You try to grab the pages as they come. Dozens of pages scatter across the floor.
Ah, yes. The problem was perhaps this is a sign that you should...
In your hand, you hold 4/5 of Dick Mullen and the mistake. One more is no way to open the supply depot door. Accept it. You cannot open all the doors. You have to... The dented yellow mailbox...
Yes, for sending mail.
The mail collection...
Right to work!
The woman is still... Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and as you tap on the...
Now, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know they are mesmerizing.
Okay, I have to admit, I do like the fact that they, like... You know... Oh! There's another. Wait, hold on.
The sight of bullet holes stirs something in you. The faded marks are too degraded. They look pretty ancient.
Where? There? Yes, the one that happened half a century ago. Not much.
Hello again, officers. Can't you tell I haven't really stopped? Have you ever tried your hand at graffiti-o? We rarely see pigs round here, though.
She wants it to be something true.
This place is severely lacking. I thought I'd mix it up. You know, yeah? Thanks.
She means that you've lessened her desire to deface the building.
Haha.
Give me a moment.
The aging alcoholic is still...
I'm afraid it is.
And look, Max Tor, a groan rises from the man's throat.
Well...
The lieutenant's right. The man's unwashed hair.
Are you saying a man who looks like Kuno broke into his fat? This man won't be feeding his family anytime soon.
Not a pair of his half-open eyes give him the look of a dead man. But he is in there, and not enjoying himself.
Look, he's trying to communicate.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of paper without resistance or sound. The two...
Okay, hold on.
It's slightly.
Okay, hold on. Let's save here. Because I really want to see if there's anything funny.
Found in the trash. The acidics, you know, like the bits your nose does not understand what it did wrong. Without resistance, the words just crossed your mind somehow. Who do you think? You stare at the card, willing your hand to move. Two octopuses are smiling, reaching the... It's slightly, ever so slightly, difficult to breathe once you've done so. The drawer is locked. Blue, the acidics, you know. If you knew it was dunked in the toilet before getting chucked into the trash, why are you torturing your own nose for no reason? Your nose is somewhere between grateful and resentful. An aluminium, a bunch of sodden papers, arson, petty theft, spousal abuse, handwritten law. You don't exactly close them. It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Not much has changed in the arson, petty...
Yes, however, it's a holdover from the early... Again, in your defense, I pray his loved ones never find out. Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
Jesus.
You don't exactly... The door is closed. You hear someone inside.
Come on, come on, come on.
This coin-operated viewer, the metal feels cold and wet under your palm.
Probably some kids.
A simple but clever solution. A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. That's Kuno. Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind, you know this to be the star of Periconesus, or the Cairo. The central symbol around the large wooden building.
Nope.
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno doesn't...
Let's see if there's any, like, things in here. No. Alright. we'll go look around the stuff and things and stuff.
The tracks are as they have ever been. A bit more worn, perhaps.
No wonder the cafeteria manager seemed frustrated when... Well, you did provide us with a very convenient access point to the crime scene.
Gee, thanks, Kim. Like I already don't feel shitty enough as is. Okay, so we're supposed to find the boardwalk. And twirling disco lights, the burden of tomorrow. All the shame, regret, and sorrow lost in liquid night and twirling disco lights. I can't recall a thing, so why do I feel so sad?
Tequila sunset. What's in an...
Hey, Spiral Boy.
Shut up, guy. I was once a so you don't want to just hear the same story.
Uncle.
There's no...
The legend returns. You know the dance. Smokable smokes, pissable pilsner. Drink it, then convert it to piss. And there's spirits and speed too. Oh, the system's... You see, friend, man mate bought cigarettes, bought beer, even bought a bit of...
The hook. Where is it? I can't see it.
Of course, of course, of course. It is...
He has long forgotten what you were talking about.
Alright, so we should look for... something on right. I'm glad they got that lady out.
An old door, worn by...
It's military. The washerwoman mentioned a depot up the coast. She said it was for moving arms From here to the whirling?
I don't really see any gunshots over here, though. Like, no bullets. Ow!
Yes? What about me? What do you mean? I have no idea.
The lieutenant is a... But this isn't an old school case.
I can't say that it does.
The lieutenant produces... That's where his... We all have our different mediums. His is written.
Good. Let...
Okay, here. Well, it says check the boardwalk. So the boardwalk is over here. However, there is no prompt for said boardwalk, so I wonder why it's telling me to do that. Okay. I don't know why this game is doing this to me. I'm trying to find what I need to find, and it ain't working.
row of ghostly shades facing a crumbling wall, with another 7 shades standing, a host of men, probably in everyday clothes. They stand, facing the wall, ordinary people. From collateral damage on the path to maybe you should change it. They were praying, screaming. 7 men in combat uniforms and dark coats, men of duty. In all truth, violence offers no answer. It's only the last of the commandant.
I don't know. I don't know who died here. Lined up beside that horrible... Perhaps the ones executed here were the loyalist conservatives, killed by the communists at the start of the Civil War. Or it could have been the communists, but...
Remember what Trent Heidelstein said about Veld?
Another likely scenario.
Or maybe...
Yeah. It's very unlikely the coalition forces were the ones who died here. They were always the last ones against the wall. To be honest, if a coalition member was anyone in this situation, it was a commandant, the superior giving the order.
A cold sea wind.
Always my pleasure.
Well, it said... It says check out the boardwalk, but I have checked out the boardwalk. I can't find anything.
A few locusts, poor things.
Hello again. Sure, what's on your mind? They used them for military communications, but also to write and send out... What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created Commune of Revachol on the 7th of...
A short-lived legislative...
It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her political I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to. Someone was much too interested in worms to be paying any attention.
The kid takes a peek at the green and silver worm on the cover of the book, already forgetting about this part of the discussion.
Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here. Now, if you were...
Wait, is he saying that we should just bypass the...
tape computers? Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were very elegant.
Buckle up.
10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center in Vredefort, Oranje. It raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Hughes joined the team.
Wait, did he He did it. He said, what the hell is a Wompty Dumpty Dum Center?
The Wompty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Art. In fact, I'm not. The Wompty Dumpty Dum Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort, and but perhaps I should return to the tape...
Made of black film and folding tape strip.
Very, very cool. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionary Yes, the official name of the prototype. Who knows? Maybe it was an accident. But of course, what...
You see, a slogan used to above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken window, Feld Electrical. Feld Electrical, you only know them as a small company that makes... There's something in the wind.
In there? She could. Or she could be in the identical...
Why single out this one building? Even though you're sure you succeeded, all is quiet. There is no cold hand brushing against your forehead. No rustle in the reeds. Trying to talk to the wind, the city, whatever you is trying to talk to the city, something you've done before.
How do we? I was really hoping she'd be in the village. She's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. We already scanned most of the outdoor areas on our wild... And then there's the church. We've already searched that and can rule it out. Anyway, we do it the old-fashioned way, sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula. Then, if we're desperate, we can look where we can't enter.
Walk the coast, the old boardwalk, the reeds. You can all... An adventure awaits. An adventure on the windswept urban coast. Suddenly, there's a sigh, carried on the molecules in through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to...
She's down there.
Okay. Why? Right. How do we get in there? The doors were under collapse.
Finally, my time to shine.
Perhaps you can climb them. We are not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old, and I plan to live to see 70.
Alright, fine. I guess I'll do it.
A rusty ladder leads...
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all.
The distances between the remaining rungs are rather wide. In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to reach. It's what? 3 meters? Okay, but still, the roof is collapsing and the wind gets pretty brutal up there. Dismounting... What if you were to do something? What if you were to Yeah, because falling from that height seems, well, splat.
Teleportation is not a thing.
Even if it isn't, no one told you.
This really has nothing to do with adventure. Oh yes, it...
He is restraining himself from using a parental tone with you right now. All you need to do is close your eyes and concentrate. Zoot, zap!
Oh my god, I can't believe...
Bam! You find yourself on the roof, having mastered the art of physical displacement.
You know, for the record, you didn't teleport there.
The wind at the top of the building starts howling loudly, blowing away the lieutenant's voice.
Never mind. Find a way to let me in when you get inside. Don't go adventuring with a backup, especially if we think the suspect may be hiding here.
For the record, you didn't teleport, you just climbed the ladder when it's closed. I love that. Alright, hold on. You know what? The game warned me I shouldn't have my gun out. So you know what? Let's put the gun away. For right now, at least. Oh, wow.
Two rusty metal plates that slide apart form.
What do you mean, who's there? It's me, Kim. Stop playing around and help me get it over.
Who's there?
The doors seem to be on rails, but they've gotten jammed. You grab a side.
Huh. I hope no one dangerous heard that. After you climbed up to the roof, you mean? There's a maintenance entrance under the boardwalk. It's next to a drain pipe.
He's quite proud of himself.
At least now we have an exit, so let's get going. It's time to investigate these passages. Yes?
That is hilarious, though. I mean, seriously. Let's save the game actually right here. Just in case something happens. I have a feeling something's gonna happen.
Could this have been the killer's hideout? And this narrow window, the point outside the window, desolation. Snow falls softly onto the coastal sand, where it melts almost instantly.
It's a great place to hide, certainly. But there hasn't been anyone here in ages. Indeed, no one could get a clear view.
The lieutenant's voice betrays a slight disappointment, which... There it is again, like a swarm of hornets buzzing under your scalp.
No, what do you mean? I don't feel it, but we should still be careful. There were footprints back there. No, but
it's not a quib. The situation is dangerous. He trusts your gut feeling on this.
Looks like our suspect. If she's in, once we detain a credible suspect, who knows what the Union and the...
You will upset the balance of power in Martinaise. Keep calm. Go over the whole situation in detail.
I leave that to your judgment. You already know what I think about cross-pollinate.
He just can't be sure. Maybe it will yield something useful.
Well, we are not responsible for what we can't predict, are we?
If you can't predict it, there's nothing you...
I think I see a cavern. Maybe more cellars?
I wouldn't be so sure. You haven't exactly been sneaking.
Or maybe not. Either way.
No!
Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. Aggressive white noise fills your skull. It's like 1,000 radio stations are being blasted.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it... Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was...
The voice coming through the whirlwind of pain doesn't wish to hurt you. Not according to your ear canals. Wait, no, buddy. That's not going to... Don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing your job. Tell her she's under...
No, I'm not going to fucking kill you. If that had been... I'm using a pale latitude compressor.
The explosion of stack blasted from that pale emitter that Angus mentioned.
Saw my equations? You've been sniffing through my lorry. A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pale more manageable. Signals are relayed across a series of repeater stations fixed to boot.
So, what we are experiencing...
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant for forcing dimensions on something that doesn't... At the upper limit is the large prime number generator station. It's used specifically...
She's been holed up in here for a while.
I built it myself.
That's illegal. I'm guessing it's patent.
Oh yeah. Way beyond. Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. It seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're going through. Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. You were hunting...
So she thinks of you as hunting?
No. Once I shut down the compressor, the pain will end. It may take a... If you've got something really important...
Damn this...
God damn it. Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also...
The gun she's carrying is a 2-barreled front loader. Well, it doesn't feel much better. Just keep her talking, and you'll get... There's only 3 meters between you. Be careful when you make your move. That'll be it for questions.
I heard you in the passages, and I've been preparing for quite a while. So you found my shack.
Her tone is bitter. She thinks she's been betrayed.
So nice. That's one...
As opposed to the other knives she's finding there now. Hardy for one.
This could have turned out pretty bad for me if you hadn't walked...
That's her admitting.
No, I didn't do it. I only helped... Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? No, he wouldn't have broken first. Oh, I knew, but she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find me? Oh, fuck. Took some convincing my ass. Those guys liked me, I know it.
A dull
How the fuck did the rest of you get by? I did, didn't I? Now you...
That did make her forgive them. A little.
Like what?
A strong moral compass. She still wants the opportunity to make a case for herself.
No. Gifts of flowers and candy aren't really my style. So now I'm leaving revolutionary symbols around? No, I did not. So, Heart of Gold Tommy fucked me...
That really comes as a blow to her.
Okay, great. You got into my lorry on your own.
Beneath it, she's relieved Tommy didn't betray her.
Man, it's to get away from all that murderous...
She deliberately avoided naming the mob she worked with.
I got lucky being a dispatcher. Never had to do any of the really dirty work.
There. It's going to be easier to reach the machine now.
Based on what I've heard about you, you are serious scum. Who doesn't? Oh, you probably mean Clausia's rooftop. Sure, I've hung out there. The view's pretty bomb, too. But you might say the antenna was the main It's very powerful. I used it to tune into... Yes, I'm sure. In fact, the shot couldn't have possibly come from the roof.
No one mentioned him in the shot. And a rifle like the one used.
I didn't like him. Hardened mercenaries aren't particularly likable types. You think I was envious of his conquests? Look, yeah, sure. And I didn't like wild...
She didn't hate him, okay?
I'm listening. Man, I was with the boys the whole night. I hope they at least bothered to impress that upon me. You mean the length of a toilet break? That wouldn't even have been enough time. Wow, now I'm curious. Please, explain. No, not since I was 4. Why? Don't know it, but also...
Evaluating your
The shot couldn't have come from the roof.
She has a...
That didn't go super well.
And? Sure don't.
A breech loader?
No.
This is such a wipeout.
No, they're not practical. Break too often. Yeah, evident. I considered her a good friend, yeah. Oh, so that's where you were... That's a very sentimental way of putting it.
The lieutenant watches her.
Okay, fine. I was into her. Clausy was into me too for a time, I know it. We even fooled around once.
Clausy only said they maybe kissed.
She rejected me with some wishy-washy bullshit about I knew that wasn't the whole story.
No ill will there. It wasn't a problem for her.
Yeah. One time when we'd both been drinking, I was a little worried she'd blow it out of proportion. Yeah, the girl seemed terrified. Go ahead.
And mine too, he thinks.
Yeah?
More questions before doing anything. The compressor lies broken on its side. It's quiet in your head again. She looks at the machine.
Oh, fuck it.
She's truly desperate. You know. She stares at you for gratitude. Her neck and shoulders relax, and her grip on the gun.
Day of miracles. I'll take it.
She runs past you, then past the lieutenant, and disappears into the darkness of the tunnel.
Good call. I would have done the same.
He couldn't take it like you. It irks him. Then he gets...
Her tent. We should check it out.
Yeah, I don't believe she did it either. The gun's not the right one.
Plain red tent. It was pitched by practiced hands. The tent looks old, but well maintained. It reeks of cigarettes. Assorted soft covers, mostly pulp horror. A motor carriage lies buried in the snow on one...
See anything?
Rager Monthly, Journal of Material Science. More technological. You pocket the worn...
We should read this immediately.
A thick journal. The cover is worn like someone used to carry it. It's made of full-grain leather. The lower left corner, Schneller, is a stationery brand from Gottwald, beloved among architects and engineers. She's got good taste and must have taken whatever she recorded here. The journal falls open. About 2/3 of its ruled pages, the large cursive of someone who writes perhaps too confidently. Many phrases and even paragraphs have been crossed out. It's a mix of logistics.
It's good she left in a hurry. We could learn a lot from this.
Hard to tell exactly. It's mostly...
There could be useful information about local operations in those notes. We have juniors...
Esoteric radio technology. The most recent ones probably pertain to the latitude compressor, sketches, calculations of distance and density, short wry observations of people and places. Probably a way to pass the time on staff issues. Always tough on the leadership. You smell traces of betrayal. The first entry is from August 2nd of last year. It reads simply, I know my position is precarious. All I can do is make myself as useful as I can. while looking for a way out. Remember, nothing on March 4th. March 5th, though, well, that's bound to come back and bite. You have no idea what she means. These are the most recent. Even when I leave here, if I leave here alive, what's my next move? Staging a lynching is a crime, even if
I just don't think she killed a mercenary. It's mostly...
That would be a first, or a fourth. But who's counting, he thinks.
I wouldn't go so far as to say that. We have other reasons to arrest her. Besides, I'm not sure her life as a fugitive is good. Clausia was the one who pointed the finger at Ruby. Perhaps she was trying to steer us away from herself. Or maybe she had an accomplice. One thing is for certain.
The plain red it was pitched by... A mustachioed and mutton-chopped man, amateurishly depicted. Years' worth of dust is shaken off, the full head of hair matched by an ample moustache and sideburns. Look...
Yes. Looks like some latter-day radicals were hiding out here. Half a century? This was probably part of the network of defense posts the communards. I think the purpose of this bunker was to produce propaganda. It would have had radio equipment back then, but that's all been looted. We have found a lot of those lately. I guess what most people think of as history tends to linger in rundown neighborhoods.
Good hiding place for someone who's up to no good.
I won't stand in your way, but only after we're through with this case. Millions of depictions of Mazov have been produced. They're not all connected. Besides, that looked like some student. You mean like Ruby? No, I think we've stumbled on a piece of history.
This isn't just glass. These, yes, filament memories. From the time when wires were casting, the how was a closely guarded secret. Something that was locked. The why is easy, because they hadn't come up with modern silicon.
So it is. I think these used to form a single system, slotted in the wall. The rest of the building seems to have been picked clean. These? No. These are old filament memories. I hope you're...
I knew it. There was something there.
our tenant, the policeman. I hope the way a lullaby my mother used to sing. Yes, it does.
Stop. Now, crisis. Death. Be prepared. Your fingers reflexively reach for the Villiers 9mm pistol.
Then you'd better get ready. Whatever.
The Coppernado is back. What do you want?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think the game just froze on me. It shouldn't be doing this, right? Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna have to quit the game. We will be right back, ladies and gentlemen, in minutes.
The plain red tent. It was pitched. The tent looks. It reeks of assorted.
See anything?
Rhaegar monkey pocket.
We should read.
A thick journal. It's made of Schneller. She's got good. The journal falls. The large, perhaps too. It's a mix.
It's good she left in a hurry.
Hard to tell.
There could be useful in
esoteric radio. Short staff issues. The first entry. Nothing on. You have no idea. The most even when I leave it.
I just don't.
That would be a first.
I wouldn't go so. Besides, Clasia was the one who pointed the finger at Ruby. Maybe she had an. One thing is for certain.
The plain red. It was pitched by. Mustachioed and my years worth.
Yes. Looks half a century. I think the purpose. We have found a lot of
good hiding places.
I won't stand in your way. Millions of depictions. You mean like Ruby?
This isn't just Galat. Yes. The how, the why. is...
So it is. The rest of the buildings, these?
Our tenant, the police.
Alright, we're gonna head up here and then we'll head back down to the thing.
An old door.
Alright. Alright, kids. Move out the way. I'm here to kick ass and kick ass.
Stop. Just, you are prepared. The barrels of your Villiers 9mm pistol.
Yes. I hear commotion. That's
good.
Alright, let's save.
I'm all out of shits to give, loincloth. Welcome.
Put your damn gun down.
Shut up! You're not gonna talk yet.
This is the scab leader. His chest rises.
Shh. This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened.
The Kypt is merciful, willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander. I think we should just kill everyone, Courty.
You are all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street? This isn't...
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it.
He is facing overwhelmingly superior firepower, and he knows it.
Peaceful.
Nest in your abdominal cavity like a little wild mouse.
Fuck, there's a third one. How did we miss something like this?
The lieutenant is genuinely worried for his life. You should consult him before getting in there.
If this turns into a fire...
A sound strategy. He's the leader.
My plan is not to get killed.
He doesn't want to, but he...
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
I think he's calmed down.
Pig fuck! Oh, people are gonna die today. We're not leaving it like this. These tribals.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like civilized human beings.
She doesn't seem to understand. With the wordless, the leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. No, wait. It's good you have that gun. Even if it comes to a fight, I don't know about this getting under his skin. What if he... Peace. Always peace. It has worked thus far. Start with the first idea you have, then move down from that. Please.
Rude. Rude is the killer. Rude.
All of you cunts inside out.
This.
Easy. Easy now.
Yeah? Who did that?
Time.
Time is up, Loincloth. Give me a name. How fuck...
His fingers are twitching. That's a draw reflex. He's about to draw.
You think I'm fucking stupid? How about the kid?
Listen, please. This cop and this drumhead...
The Hardy Boys confessed to hanging him. All together. Titus said we took him out back and hanged him.
You're lying, DePaul.
You heard wrong. She and these men have been helping us find the shooter.
Fucking liars.
The shot rings in your ears. The young woman stands and looks behind her.
I missed.
I know what I heard, Court.
That doesn't sound good. You need to change the topic now. Alright, here we go. This is really, none of this looks like it's going to... You only have time for one argument. Choose wisely.
Pops, you have no idea about the rights Crenell... If I fuck and kill you, hang you to that street, no one's going to give a
Okay, it's not much. But he's thinking about something else. And his hand is off the gun. This is dangerous. Ask about him first. You don't want personal facts about his dead friend coming out of your mouth.
Sergeant Major Raul Cortana, reporting in to burn this fucking mud hut to the ground.
As he moves, the click, click, click. The realization comes to you, like a picture puzzle coming together. No, probably Foster Brothers.
For killing, maiming, and humiliating our commanding officer, you're all sentenced to death by lead. Find his killer. Cop. His killer. I know what this tactic is, Silo Sam. You're gonna die for them. Right here. Today.
A plume of smoke and fire erupts from the gun, and your hand goes numb from the explosion. The smoke drifts west with the wind. You hear the plaza erupting. There is a hole. His lips, moving, swollen with fear, are trying to say, shoot him, shoot him. But he can't. To your right, the killer raises his rifle and takes aim at you. His moves are steady, but a low shot rings. You feel a tapping, like rain on your chest plate. Heavy drops of rain. Then the sound of dice. You got hit. The armor took most of it.
God, please.
He's aiming for the eye slot in Rude's helmet. He has to. The two shots ring at once. One from the lieutenant's pistol, and the other from DePaul's. Blood gushes from the helmet's eye sockets as Rude staggers back. An unbelievable shot. Glenn, dying in a puddle of blood behind you. His mangled torso. You see two crazed eyes stare at you through all the smoke and the panic. With blood gushing from his face, the man raises his pistol at you. Then he squeezes the trigger.
Shit.
You can't. There is no time. Something inside your pelvis explodes. Your entire nothing. A persisting darkness.
You're bleeding out. Stay with me. Yes, keep talking. You hear me?
But you can't. It's so hard. A slender white shadow towering. Someone stands. Scream immediately. He's gonna die. No, you say, and hand out your firearm. That's all it takes. There is no room for hesitation. The lieutenant, you hear a faint scream. A woman's. Then the sound disappears.
This is death. One more door, baby.
The fight? There is no fight. The fight. He's not taking it. His body is not taking it. Oh, and rotting. And being dead.
He can't go. There is a radio in the distance.
Hours turn to days. Soon.
The engine of a Caprice Kinema.
No, it was him. He is the infernal engine. Can't you see? He never stopped.
You see the lieutenant's familiar shape in the orange jacket. It turns double, then triple. It's nothing. You're alive.
Sunrise, Parabellum. What happened? You shot the major in the face. A fire. Yes. As retaliation, the rifleman tried shooting you. He hit the Kree. I shot and wounded him, while Glenn took a bullet in the spine.
This is not the first person to die.
Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo did not make it. They both died before they made it to intensive care. Yes, he's still alive too. You were bleeding out by then. I think you said something about your wife, and you warned me. I was able to disarm one of them.
Thank you.
I killed her. And that's what happened. Four. Glenn, Theo, Shanky, and Angus. The fat one, he took a lot. DePaul was the last to die. Everhart had their bodies returned to Crenel because we deterred them? Or Joyce did? Maybe the harbor in full lockdown is too costly a target. Maybe they are simply taking their time and will attack soon. This is the one. All. Let's face it, officer, and this is both of our fault. It could have gone a little, but what's done is done. The violence is cordoned off. And we are...
He did not expect you both to survive once you stepped between his smoking, his hunched back.
It's not ouch time yet. You just got the Dramamine pill and...
Dramamine? Then it's not that bad.
Mr. Gart cleaned it. It took him 2 days, in and out. You've been up in... Yes. The joke wasn't funny anymore.
The close proximity of death must have made the lieutenant contemplate his life choices. He's done with the jacket.
Sunrise Parabellum. Sunrise...
Isn't that written on your...
It served you well. The gates of the harbor are boarded up. The streets are a little more empty. Apocalyptic violence. I think we may have held it off, for now. Barely. Yes, we have also completely failed. But that's reasonably bad. You were shot in the left quadriceps. That's your thigh. It appears the bruising in your shoulder is negligible. We will see.
If it's possible, then by pure willpower alone.
Good. You'll need to be. Whatever that is. No.
A man and a woman sit in the front seat of an armored motor carriage. The woman back to that shithole, he says.
I called your station after the fight. The injury was logged in. They told me they've sent officers to... I'm sure they're worried about...
That means he hasn't seen them around while you were out. They're not really worried about you. Sorry.
I did. It's part of a detective's task chain. You can do it too.
Actually, you can. You can even...
Not very. I have a concussion from that woman beating me with... Things would be worse if you didn't warn me. Thank you. I did not see her coming. Easy now.
You can take it.
How are you?
The lieutenant doesn't reply. Just looks.
I honestly don't know. Do you? Because we can't talk to Everard. The harbor... Yes, she left yesterday morning. To meet the board of Wild Pines. Or that is what I've heard. There's a pin somewhere in the machine that keeps Connell from sending in a death squad. Maybe it's her. Maybe she kept her hand. Either way, Ruby's gone. And Classio too. We really should have... I don't know. I think the theory you presented, it's someone else. Honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect. What? Every piece of garbage in the city.
He's wrong.
Okay. It's extremely easy. There are thousands lying around. We found one. All completely unused. We could find thousands more if we wanted. All of Revachol is full of them.
He arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins.
I'm listening. Absolutely.
He's made his peace with it. He's had time.
I don't know. That's been there for years. Yes, God cursed the footprints, not solving the case for us. Au diable. We should go upstairs, rethink the ballistics in...
See? There's that. You can.
I'm afraid we may not be able to locate communism, detective, on account of...
A nod.
I'm ready to hear what you think about solving crimes now. It really is...
He sounds... That concussion must be making him dizzy.
No. Are you ready to leave? Good.
The lieutenant... Also, it's just close enough to endure the walk.
Let's do that. We can start upstairs in Classio's bedroom, with your ballistics ID.
Fuck.
Another look at the window, perhaps? The one he was shot through. I don't...
The fan stands still. The bed's a little nicer now. The bathroom mirror has been wiped completely clean. You see the reflection of your face in the mirror. Such a... Next to the stat. I'm sorry. I fucked everyone over. P.S.
A gift. I am not drawing my gun.
Relax. Not everyone is out to trap.
It's hardly so...
You see the same two neon-lit shapes.
This is ballistics. She's left a trajectory.
A ray of backward motion. It suggests the bullet came from the island in the bay.
Unless she thinks the perpetrator was standing on the ring antenna. That is where she was there that night.
She had a long time to think about it after.
It also looks like there may be more to her skill set than we know. The question is, should we trust her? I find that hard to believe. But at this point, so it is.
For a second he seems tired.
I just haven't gotten a lot of...
He doesn't really believe this were you, Lilith. He is trying to justify it to himself.
I understand.
He will. He has it in him.
Of course. I mean, how do we get there? Joyce Messier had a sloop. Ah, yes, of course. The village. Let's go.
Fuck. I'll live with these consequences, but just know.
Oh, you're up. It's good to see you back on your feet. Did you like your room? You're welcome. I thought it would be nice for you to wake up in a clean... I give credit where credit is due, and that, sir, was an...
He really wants you to realize that he was also on the back.
I wish you a quick recovery. Also, you and your partner are staying here free. Oh, you know, people don't tend to stick around after shoot. I don't remember everyone who comes here, and many... Where was I? How do you think I know the crazy shit you pulled off?
That's actually true.
So, yeah, well, I guess I...
It really took courage. Don't pick at him.
Yeah, I don't know. Clients were panicking. And also, I guess I sort of found out that I don't give a sh...
He means it.
No problem.
Hi again, Gendarme. Bye-bye, Gendarme.
Seeing you approach.
Crazy motherfucker. That was one hell of a shot. Hell of a shot. But I guess what I'm trying to say here is, thank you.
This is big. It's as big of a thank you as Titus Hardy can muster under any circumstances.
Now, how can I help you? Theo was old. I think he'd be pretty happy with the way he went. Never. But Angus, he was just a stupid kid. Didn't realize the mess he'd gotten into. Trusted me.
Here it comes. The last one is the...
And Glenn. Glenn was my friend. Best I've ever had. I'd love that crazy homo like my own brother. We're all fucked without him. But what do? This job is shit. Well, yeah. Memento mori. Right.
Absolutely. Today, I'm going to get drunk, eat good food, and bed.
Oh, you might die of a heart failure.
Hey. Fuck you for ruining...
I guess I'll take a closer look at our union members. There might even ask Tibbs if he don't know.
Even after all that hell, he's still bitter about her?
Nope.
He did. He shrugs and tries to look.
Judging by the sight of you, I'd suggest...
Yeah, go pay Monica a visit in Janro. She's got a knack for making men forget about their worry.
Hell, you both look...
Thank you for your advice, Eugene, and you too, Alain.
It sincerely amuses him. How...
You're welcome, Bina Claude. You're all right. Take care, coppers. You two look after yourselves now.
Copo Loco. And normal cop, I guess.
Thanks for getting involved, guys.
And if you ever feel like the uniform is...
And Titus Hardy himself would make a good officer.
I will, Capo. That's a promise. Now scoot.
Just take it easy on the drink. The danger has not passed.
Good point, Bino Claude.
Been an honor, gentlemen.
The graffito has been painted over the traces of the fight. This was Cindy the Scar. The lieutenant crouches.
Looks like it. Yes. This is still fresh. And blood.
Heavy fuel oil. Isn't that? You could buy some smokes, light up a ciggy and throw it in there.
Mon Dieu, officer. It is worse than I thought. Maybe it's time to slow down. Enjoy life.
The dented yellow milk. The worn and beaten.
We can sit on that.
You can revisit the bench if you...
Man, Kim hit some incredible shots there.
Everyone says you started crying in the middle of a firefight and then bled like a... Cool. That's very cool. Just don't think because you got half your dick shot off and your Kuno doesn't reward weakness. It's business as...
Feels good for some reason.
Watch out, pig. It's a dangerous... Who knows?
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
No, I am not lighting the Siggy shit, dude. I don't need to know.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Something is wrong. No reply.
It's been this way for a while now. My guess is the Union. It only happens when someone mentions the attack. The rest is unaffected. Our best, no more dangerous than stepping between three armed mercenaries. I don't like it either, but that's the way it is. The street seems... You can try calling again. Just...
Everything sound in the cabin. You...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? This is... Sylvie Mala... Yes. Oh, great.
You hear the...
Anything else I can add? 57?
In the cabin. You...
My man, you're alive. Oh man, what a day. I missed out on most of the action, but I heard it was quite... So what's next? You guys heading back to Jamrock now? Talk is local union muscle. Good luck with that, my man. Ain't easy. Okay.
Is it wise to ship the lieutenant? What are you doing?
That's probably for the best. You keep your job to yourself. With...
Oh my god! Things have gotten out of hand! Oh my god! Even the police can't take care of all of this. Maybe I could teach people to protect themselves against bad energies and to fight crime.
Yes, what Martinez...
Exactly. In the meantime, do buy the books. Oh, I'm very sorry, sir. Some of these old paperbacks just don't have the durability.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more book? Which book was it, sir? Oh, I'm very sorry, sir. I haven't read that one yet.
Give up. You'll never find the answer. There's no other... There isn't. If only you... Maybe if there had been more money. Or more... Or that. Yes. Hang on. You can do this. So, who killed Charlie Spillane and Deanna Denuva, detective? Just fucking pick one. Sure, why not? Way to go, public corruption cop. You've seen firsthand.
Damn.
Give me a moment.
This door is made of no one.
Let's go.
Still. Jumping in front of all those armed men with nothing but a gun and some armor. Perry here has some serious balls, man. I respect it. All right.
Is this about the...
A small cabinet on the wall is... A colorful...
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarette...
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. Boyadero stares at you with respect, then gestures towards the trickles of blood.
There are types of danger. The one I'm usually concerned with is lung cancer, or it calls back to an older era, where this was commonplace though. Keep hiding, gathering themselves. The harbor's in full lockdown, friend. No getting eat. Time will tell. I'll be okay here, doing lookout. Quite the sight, aren't they? Getting to like that red I am. Don't worry about me. I live to alleviate the worries of our brothers. See if any insane killers turn up. You know it, friend.
The old king and his horse appear to be struggling against the vibrantly colored. Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. Just a moment.
10-4, come in, officer. Over. Roger that. 10-10.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist? It will take...
Her voice.
Gottlieb, what is it now? Ah, it's you. Great. Any other complaints? I didn't, but now I do. Great. I have...
Fucking, I'm not dead. It just hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else I can help you? 57, over and...
In the cabin, you see a set.
Between you and me, this is why I don't get involved in local politics. So it goes. Now, what can I do?
The trap is full of poor things.
Officer, what happened?
You're not limping. She sounds almost disappointed with you, reprimanding you for falling and hurting your knee.
Look at you, you can barely walk. Doesn't look like nothing. What happened to you anyway?
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guylaine. It's nothing to be worried about.
Of course. Can I help you with something? That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead.
Hasn't been there herself. Who has?
My husband used to drink there. Him and his drinking buddies.
This must be one of the many
The kids sometimes go there too. I know they do, on rafts. The twins. God forbid they...
Can we maybe ask your twins about...
Be my guest. They have a strange way of talking. I'm sad to hear that. Well...
Aye, aye, Captain.
I'm sad to hear that. If you promise...
Of course, ma'am.
Aye.
The crow's feet disappear from the...
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you?
Our tenant, the policeman. Even I get... Though I suppose you took the worst of it. Turns out you were your own ill. I'm not sure those were the laws of the men with guns, either.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks...
And that iron... That's, nothing. It's just a seafood and some plants. And we make a fire. We make a... Gather the sticks for the fire.
Bullet shells. There are a lot of them left over from the war.
I don't know what these are. They're lights. The fire guy comes...
Your nerve endings sting from them. They must mean a human being on that island.
No. Yes.
Let's go with yes.
Because he asks to put the fire out. I don't know. Yes. I don't know.
Did you mean there are...
Yes. No, he doesn't live there. No, he lives there. Been there. He doesn't live there.
Anything else? What the...
I I don't know. We ran. He just yelled, we should... Our father. Don't say that, he didn't. I don't know. Doesn't even have anything to do with this, you.
The two things are unconnected. Your question didn't make sense.
There's
Lights, fire guy. We should check up on that island.
Hello, mister. It's Lammy.
Lambie is a...
Yes. Lammy has lived a long life. Lammy was... Yes! Lammy was a resolution. Bye!
Oh, you make me... I want to protect you. He seems like the little one, like the youngest. Harry's a lot better with her than the two boys. The two boys seem really out of his, like... How do I say this?
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. There's a bit of...
No, I am not going to do that. I don't know why it told me to do this.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to... Goodbye, officer.
Yes, what is it? No? Yes. And? No, you're right. I'm not.
Good morning! Yeah! No nation, but transnation! No, oh sure! I can do that! Please don't turn him. I don't even know what to say to that. Aye! Yeah! J'adore! God is close by! D'accord! Basically, yes it is.
Harcourt. Ouch. I did notice you limping, but when I was 16 I used to date this guy who had a limp. But it only showed when he was sober. So I guess it wasn't real or... Anyway, shot in the leg. I'm sorry.
Alright, I think that's pretty much it. But we'll save just in case. I do want to go back. I'll probably start a new playthrough on my own time and just, you know... hopefully I can save all the Hardy Boys. If I can't, that'll suck. But if I can, that'll be nice.
Be careful out there. Sea's...
Very carefully.
A skiff with a small stick. Once you get in, that's it. One pull of the start. Have you made all the necessary? Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. The skiff, once you get... Have you made all... Remember what the net picker said.
What? Fine.
SAD FM is a radio station special.
You seem to know its frequency by heart. That's hilarious.